Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending the annual Hoonko seminar. And today's title is True Fulfillment of Life. And the guest speaker is former Bishop Umeji Sensei. At the beginning of the seminar, we want to have a short service, chanting Jusege, service book, page 93. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this morning's Hoonko seminar. Today, we are very fortunate to welcome the former bishop, called Umeji Sensei. Let me introduce about Sensei. Umeji Sensei was born in Fukuoka, Japan. And he received his BA from Ryukoku University in Kyoto, Japan in 1973. And his MA from Institute of Buddhist Studies in Berkeley in 1976. And after arriving in the U.S. in 1973, Umeji Sensei served as a Fresno Betsuin until 1976. He then served in the U.S. Navy from 76 to 80. He then served as the Los Angeles Betsuin and Buddhist Church of Oakland before being reassigned to serve as an executive assistant to the bishop in 1996. In 2005, he was appointed as the interim director of the Center for Buddhist Education, and he became the full director in 2006. In 2012, he was selected as bishop of the BCA and served for 2 terms until he retired in March 2020. He is currently serving as the president of the Jodo Shinshu International Office. So today's seminar's title is True Fulfillment of Life. And Sensei will share that teaching. And if you have any question, please ask Sensei anytime. じゃあ先生、よろしくお願いします。
Can you see? You could stand up.
ハンドアウト配るとき言ってください。ハンドアウト配るとき。
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming to this seminar. Ministers usually thank people who come to a seminar or service, but I want you to thank yourself and causes and conditions that brought you here today. It's not me thanking you. It's your life. It's your responsibility. You have to live your life. No one can live for you. And like this morning, I'm sure you had breakfast. You didn't ask someone else to eat breakfast for you, right? You eat your own breakfast. When you use a bathroom, you go. You don't ask someone else to take your place. Same way, your life. As a human being, we are born into this human world, and we don't know, as you all know, impermanence, law of impermanence. We don't know how long we can live. Within this limited time, there is a big job assigned to us. The biggest job. And that's what the Shinran Shonin 800 years ago trying to share. And that's the essence of Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. We are living, but we are not truly living until or unless you encounter this teaching. Therefore, it's called a treasure. We always say 3 treasures. It's not like a treasure, the gold coins or bank account or house. But this is the supreme, the highest value. The value that you can't even compare with anything else. So this treasure, 3 treasures, we need to find out while we are living. So at the temple, or churches or many events. Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto reminded us that the BCA temples, such as your temple, is the most important place. The most important place, because this is the place we could hear the teaching that Shakyamuni Buddha or Shinran Shonin shared. This is the place we could hear Buddha's wish. No other places talk about Buddha's wish. You turn on TV, they don't talk about Buddha's wish. At the school, teachers don't teach such thing to kids. So, Reverend Dr. Matsumoto, his comments about our organization really made me think, how fortunate we are that we have this system. We have temple, organization, facility, and software and hardware, ministers and teaching. We are being wished. This weekend is a special 3-day weekend. Why? Okay. What did he say? I have a dream, right? I have a dream. The great message. Everyone in this country inspired by his message. I have a dream. The Jusege that we had chanted this morning, the first line said, I have a dream. So I like to, Jusege that we chanted, that's from Raja Sutra, written in Chinese. So even the Japanese speaking people don't understand what they're chanting. It's not just you. Even the people from Japan, people in Japan, they chant Dagoncho Seigan Hishimu Jodo without knowing what they're chanting. But people here say, Sensei, we don't understand, let's chant it in English. But when you chant it in English, we lose something, And also, when we get together, international event, we cannot chant together. People in Europe, people in Brazil, people in Asia, Japan, we can all come together and say, Gagon Cho Segan, But we need to find out what's being said. So, two things going on. Chanting is to uniting us under Shinran Shonin's umbrella or system. Because this Jusege was translated about 1700 years ago, I think. I'm not sure, but around that time, from Indian language to Chinese, the head, it's not done by one individual, group of people translated, but the head translator was from today's Iran, that area. Isn't that interesting? Buddhism was spread to the Middle East. So even today they find some Buddhist, sutras and those things in the desert. Yeah. So anyway, Sensei, could you Jusege translation? We like to read this together. Okay. Is it in the book? Is it in the book? Maybe it's in the book. We like to read it together, okay? I'm not going to ask someone to read. Okay. Shall we do that together? Do you have it? Okay, let's read it together, okay? I have established all surpassing vows and will unfailingly attain supreme enlightenment. If these vows should not be fulfilled, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. If, for countless kalpas to come, I should not become a great benefactor and save all the and afflicted everywhere, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. When I have fulfilled the Buddha way, my name shall pervade 10 quarters. Should there be any place it's not heard, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Freed from greed and with a deep right mindfulness and the pure wisdom. Oh. Huh? Okay. And become the teacher of devas and humans. Emitting a great light with my majestic power, I will completely illuminate the boundless world, dispelling thereby the darkness of the three defilements. I will deliver all beings from suffering and affliction. Having acquired eyes of wisdom, I will remove the darkness of blind passions, blocking the path to the evil realms. I will open the gate to the good realms. When my practice and merits are fulfilled, my majestic 10 quarters, outshining both the sun and the moon, even the heavenly light shall be hidden and obscured. For the sake of all beings, I will open forth the Dharma store and universally bestow its treasure of virtue upon them. Among the multitude of beings, I will always preach the Dharma with a lion's roar. Making offering to all the Buddhas, I will acquire all the roots of virtue. With my vows fulfilled and wisdom perfected, I'll be the hero of the three worlds. Like your unimpeded wisdom, O Buddha Lokeshvara Raja, my wisdom shall reach everywhere and illuminate all. May the power of my virtue and wisdom be equal of that of yours, O most honored one. If these vows are not fulfilled, and from the sky all the devas will rain down rare and wondrous flowers. Anyway, this is the vow by Bodhisattva Dharmakara made. It's almost like I have a dream. Yeah? I have a dream. So you could, is this the same as the translation in the different? Okay. Or you could have this too. Gift from me to you. So I have a vow, I have a wish, I have a dream. This vow is a supreme vow to remove the cause of suffering from all beings. Wow. So it's not just like Martin Luther King Jr. He's talking about one. But this vow is the greatest vow being made, was made to save all beings from the realm of suffering. Well, today we we live in the world, okay, that we are trying to remove all the pain and the suffering in different ways, right? Especially like technology, science, based on human knowledge, plus AI now. AI is nothing but the human product of human, knowledge. But we try to make life better, try to, make people happy, and by doing something, as you could see today, driving a car and flying or whatever, Now, you have a smartphone, you don't even buy a dictionary. It's there. If you have a question, you could ask. Instead of Umezu Sensei, you could say Siri. So if you have a question, you go ahead and ask Siri. What's this Shinran Shonin's teaching about? So anyway, Shakyamuni Buddha, 2,600 years ago, very interesting. He predicted the future of mankind. As we get smarter, the world gets worse. Because the knowledge we acquire, the knowledge that we gain, we use the knowledge to make things go the way we want. We want. I want. Each individual wants. Okay? My want is different from your want. Like nowadays, when I was growing up, hardly any cars, no TV, just a radio. And the TV came, and when I was little, I was watching TV, but many programs from this country, all in Japanese, but all the cowboy movies, programs. Anyway, you name it, I watched it. Superman, Fugitive, Rifleman, those days, 1950s and 60s. So TVs there. So before the TV, my temple used to have a Saturday Dharma school, Saturday night Dharma school. Kids are coming. But after TV, we stopped having Saturday night Dharma school because kids have glued to the TV. In the Saturday night Dharma school, my temple Dharma school teachers used to show slide like a still picture, or kamishibai. Kamishibai. What do you call it? The paper. Yeah, paper storytelling picture, that kind of thing. The kids are enjoying, wow, Then the TV took over and no more. But on the TV, of course, they don't talk about the Buddha's teaching. So, as time went by, just like Shakyamuni Buddha said, we think we made our world better, but more complicated and actually worse. Before, all the fight and the war, in the small areas. Now it's international war, global. We are making everyone involved, right? So as you could see today, what's happening in the world, we are pushing our righteousness. Our own smart, mind is used to create the weapons to manipulate others, control others. It's sad. The Shakyamuni Buddha knew, because we, instead of becoming humble, we get arrogant. I know more. So, Shinran Shonin said, or Shakyamuni Buddha, his time, Gautama Siddhartha, he became enlightened and thereafter known as Buddha, blessed one, the Buddha, enlightened one. But, Shakyamuni Buddha, his teaching, as time went by, got kind of lost. I know people couldn't find that true essence of Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. Hey, what is it? Shakyamuni Buddha had taught so many things, and all these papers or documents or sutras now left, for us, and we cannot even focus. What is it? Too many, how should I say? Too many, I shouldn't say teaching, huh? What do you call that? Amy, how should I say? Variety. My assistant sitting there. So, people, had a hard time for many years. What is it that Shakyamuni was trying to say? And took so many individuals in the history to clarify what the Shakyamuni Buddha, essence of Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teaching, the essence of Buddha's teaching is to share wisdom. To share wisdom is to bring the light into human realm to us. We don't know we are in the world of darkness. We don't know we are in the world of darkness because we are in the darkness. Nothing there to compare. We don't know. Just like a fish in the pond, fish doesn't know fish is in the water. That's all fish knows. Fish doesn't know the world outside of the pond. So human, we are trapped in our own world created by each individual. I am trapped in my own realm. That's all I could see. Each individual is trapped in that world and not acknowledging each other. Right? So what happens? We don't even know. And we have a sense of, since we are so smart, we could tell the faults of others. Easy to point out. So, Shakyamuni Buddha's time, people, even today actually, people thought happiness comes from someplace else. Happiness or unhappiness or fortune and misfortune comes from someplace else. Right? And that's the belief. Even today, we have that mentality. Happiness comes from technology. Happiness comes from all the items at the store. Right? Happiness, we are looking for fortune or joy or happiness and looking at outside. And the Shakyamuni, his realization was completely opposite from what we see, how we see the world. The way we see the world so he hesitated. He hesitated to share his realization. Nobody's going to understand this. Right? Then, story goes, he was just sitting under the tree. Then, Indian god came down to him. Indian god came down to him and begged him, please go into the town and tell people the truth. Everyone is blaming him, blaming God for misfortune. Or everyone is praying, And the Shinran Shonin according to Shinran Shonin, there are three types of religion. The number one religion is so-called untrue. It's not, simple word, false. The false religion is thinking something is up there and going like this. Please. That's our thinking. Because we think something out there would bring something. When I have 3 kids, I think the second one day, when he was like 6 or 7 years old, came to me and put his hands together to me and bowing. I put my faith in you, Daddy. Can you buy this for me? Please. Right? I mean, you like to do this as a bishop, right? Former bishop. Would you please donate money? That, please. I do this, so please give me this. That is not following the law of causation. So that's Shinran Shonin Shakyamuni said, false. We are, we are doing those things every day in different way. Right? Asking the government, asking someone else, bishop, asking minister. But Shinran Shonin Shakyamuni Buddha said, please go to the Buddha for guidance. Buddha for guidance. Guidance, not for the item you want. So that's one way. Anyway, first I'd like to talk about Jodo Shinshu. You could see, Jodo is Buddha's realm. Jodo, Buddha's realm, which you don't know, but later I talk about this. Shinshu Anyway, we say Jodo Shinshu. Jodo Shinshu, when we say Jodo Shinshu, sometimes we are talking about organization. That's Jodo Shinshu, Honganji group. But Shinran Shonin use Jodo Shinshu not as an organization. Jodo Shinshu is a true essence of Shakyamuni's teaching. So, this is a true, one of the my teacher said, true religion, Shukyo, true religion. Okay. The false religion is asking. Now, there's another one in between, true religion and false. By the way, until you hear this, you don't even know you are following the false religion. Because that's all you know. So, you hear the teaching of Shinran Shonin or Shakyamuni Buddha, you realize this kind of religion is false. It takes this to come to realize. Right? In between, this is the one that we see today. It's not false, and it is something that we recognize this as a good religion, meaning more ethical and, more practice engaged, meditating or whatever, depending on the religion. There are requirements for you, right? You have to do something in order for you to go from point A to point B. Right? You can't just sit there and, they urge you to take some kind of action. You need to do something to get out of from this condition and become free from this condition. So, Shinran Shonin did that for 20 years. Shakyamuni Buddha did for 6 years. Trying so hard. Shakyamuni's case, not eating anything. It became like a bone, skin and, Shinran Shonin did go through 20 years of rigorous practice on Mount Hiei. And this is, something that we see, or many religious groups, encourage people to do. But Shinran Shonin recognized this was necessary to go to the next stage. Okay? In order for you to find out the true religion, you need to do this. Okay? Any questions? What kind of practice comes into mind? What kind of meditation? Yeah, meditation. Mindfulness. To clean yourself, to remove something from your, whatever, inside. So, by doing it, come to the point, hey, this is not working. Then, Jodo Shinshu practice. Jodo Shinshu practice comes in. Okay? That is, what's the Jodo Shinshu practice? Let's see. There's a paper someplace. Okay, I don't have it. So anyway, three types of religions. One is a false. The other one is provisional. Then Shinran Shonin says true religion. The true religion sounds like, hey, what are you talking about? Every religion said this is true. So it's not easy to say this is a true religion. But Shinran Shonin, after studying Buddhism or practicing Buddhist path for 20 years, he came to realize that Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching essence of Shakyamuni's teaching is here. That you know this Namo, even today in India, they say Namaste, paying respect to the other person. So it's an Indian word. This is an Indian. I got your message. And this is Indian word is Amita. But the Chinese people, use the kanji, the Chinese character, to describe this sound, and we read it Amida. Amida is So mita is to measure. This is negation. Immeasurable. So you can't even measure. It's just like you try to see how bright the sun is by using a flashlight. Hey, let me check the sun. We cannot measure the universal wisdom and compassion. It means Namo Amida Butsu is the command. Please Namo. Please Namo. We are Namoing, Namo me, Namo my knowledge, Namo myself, Namo technology. And all these things that we are Namoing is not really namorable. You cannot Namu. Whatever you are Namoing, shaky. Namo is like leaning like this too. Namo, I Namo the podium. But this is impermanent, so this goes and I go too. Right? So we have to find object of Namo in our life. What are we supposed to Namo to? Right? You Namo your health. Health goes, bad. You have no more joy in your life. So, Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha's side, the Buddha side, seeing all beings with the wisdom eyes and shedding tears, we are going around the circle. We are in the world of darkness, running into each other and fighting and killing and destroying each other. That's the deep, deep sorrow over human conditions, human beings. All beings, without the exception, we are living our lives based on our own limited wisdom, limited knowledge. We are not able to see ourselves. But from the other side being part of us. Other side is not like a separate from us. Other side is making up us. We are in the world of oneness. We meaning I, when we think about our lives, ourselves, one day I was invited to a luncheon at university, and all the people there are scholars. And I was asked to give words before meal, all the scholars. So I didn't say much, but I said, well, I want you to think before you eat. Whatever you eat, what happened to the food to, when does the food become you? You get it? When you eat donuts, I ate donut this morning. When did the donut become me? Is donut still here? When you think about your physical being, right? You can even say, this is me. You and the air, inseparable. You and the food, you can separate. So whatever you think you is not really you. But our eyes, our mind, with this A or B, right or wrong, we always separate. Me and the you. That's human eyes. The eyes of enlightenment, completely different. Eyes of wisdom, completely different. Approaching us, making us realize our limitation out of true compassion, out of true kindness. So, deep hearing is the practice for us. What a Buddha saying, just say Namo Amida Butsu. Say Namo Amida Butsu. Say Namo Amida Butsu means, please acknowledge this. Please acknowledge this is being, we are being thought of by the true and the real realm. In the true and the real realm, we are no different. Snakes I don't like. But the snake and I, same value. But not in my mind. No, snake, why do you exist? But in the eyes of this oneness, we are all connected and one. We came into this world, first time in the billions of years of history of, all these creatures. And we live this world, not hearing this, we just keep running around in circle, and we end our life. What was my life all about? You don't even have a chance to hear the message coming from Shakyamuni Buddha and the Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin, in his writing, he said how sad it is people today are all believing in a superstitious religion. This Namo Amida Butsu is the true and the real coming from the world which we describe as world of enlightenment or world of nirvana or suchness, whatever. We have to use words. But we cannot even use the word to describe that. Okay? But we live in the world that we use language. So the true and the real realm has to make its presence in our world as a sound and calling or name. Otherwise, we have no chance to pay attention. That's the world we, as Buddhists, Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, know as the Pure Land, Pure Land. When we encounter this true and real compassionate heart and mind, when our life comes to the end, free from all this bondage of selfishness, we enter into the realm of oneness and guide others to the same direction. When we find this is the direction of our life, that's the life of fulfillment. Once you have found this Pure Land as the the realm that we are all fellow travelers. We cannot 100% agree with each other, but we could have eyes of Buddha in our life, said, respect other people's way of life. And we live our lives, with the Buddha's eyes, with our eyes together. That means one foot in human world, the other foot in the Buddha's realm. If you put both feet in the human world, shaky. The ground is shaky, human world. But the Buddha's world, one foot is in the Buddha's world. Your life is secured. So unless you find something like this in your life, you're always running around looking for something. But this world truly understands why we are the way we are. Okay? So not saying you are no good because you think this way or you do this kind of thing. This world truly understands the past of each individual, karmic past of each individual. That's where this side said, just come as you are. Not asking you to put that kind of mind aside or, don't do this, do that. Truly understand. But when we encounter the heart and the mind of Buddha, we appreciate being accepted and welcomed. That's the word of Nammanda. We cannot change ourselves, though we may change something. But once you come to this, hear the compassionate light, our lifestyle changes. Okay? You are you, but you are not the same you anymore. You have new life. It's like a born-again Christian, born-again Buddhist. You have a new life. The new life gives you a sense of gratitude, sense of fulfillment, sense of joy, empathy, and compassionate feeling to others, and wish others to hear the teaching of Namo Amida Butsu. It's not I do something. This I is the problem. This I needs to be changed from deep inside. And that takes outside working, other power. Other power is the power of the compassion. Other power is our power of the wisdom. Please, hear this command, come, this direction. Once you find the true destination in your life, you are able to go through almost anything you encounter. Some old, Issei people many years ago, they had this kind of life. Nothing could stop them. No matter how difficult their life was, they were able to live through their lives with gassho. So, Temple is here to share Buddha's wish. Buddha's wish is may all beings hear the sound coming from the world of enlightenment. That's what the Matsumoto Sensei is saying. This is the only place. And very, very, very rare for people to hear this. It's harder than winning $10 billion, they say. So, people who are sitting here today, you have the chance to hear. Right? So, we sometimes think, we should have 1,000 people. Yes, we like to have 1,000 people, but each individual, you are representing 10,000 people. You or I, it's not we. We is a different issue. We should listen. That I should listen. I should listen. Not like, my wife should listen or my kids should listen. Some time ago, my third child, when she was like 16 or 17 on Sunday, we are home alone. I don't know why I was able to be home on Sunday, but anyway, Sunday, my daughter, youngest one, and I were home alone, and my wife wasn't home. So I said, Michelle, what shall we do today? And she looks at me like, what do you mean, we? That age, So we, she wants to do something, I want to do something. So Buddhism, I take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge, okay? Start from I. And your way of life may affect other people's way of life. So that's the fulfillment of whatever the title. Sensei, what was the theme? Fulfillment of life. Unless you come to this, your life is incomplete. That's what Shinran Shonin said. So how fortunate, Shinran Shonin said, how fortunate he has been. Through many causes and conditions, he was able to encounter the word of Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. Through Shakyamuni Buddha, came to realize, he is the very important child of the Buddha. We are all Buddha's child. Even those who are behind the bars, Shinran Shonin said, no difference. We have all the potentiality of committing crimes. We are not above others. We are equally sunk into the world of darkness. So together, Dohotsu Bodai-ishi, Gojo Anraku. Together, let's start a journey to the Buddha's realm. And that's the Shinran Shonin's teaching. Then I like to share this, my finding, the dynamics of Gyodo Shinshu. This handout, I happened to see this in the BCA's 75th anniversary book, the big book. Maybe we don't read this today, but the last page I want to let's look at the last page, the Buddhist family 1 through 10. Last page. The Buddhist family. Do you see that? Let's read it together. Maybe one this one I ask one at a time. Maybe you could read. Just one. Yeah.
The family centers its life around Amida Buddha.
The family worships daily before the family shrine.
Number 6. Yeah.
We're on number 3.
No, 6.
I know what the problem The family cherishes peace and harmony. The family upholds the dignity of work. The family emphasis Christian.
Okay, thank you. Exactly 10, huh? Isn't this nice? This I found this in BCA 75th anniversary, book. And when I came into your temple, back room there, I saw some old Obutsudan, the family shrines. People in Japan and Issei people, they brought the family shrine, and whether they were doing a daily omairi or not, but at least they had the family Obutsudan, the shrine, inside the house, and that was reminding people the value of this. People who have gone before us have joined one with Namo Amida Butsu. And they are putting their hands together to us and inviting us to come here and listen to this. Okay? So I like to encourage people to have Obutsudan. Okay? So if you don't have one, there's some there, nice ones. You could be the new owner of the Obutsudan, and at least bow every day in front of the Buddha. Like my wife's father just passed away 2 weeks ago, 102 years old. Anyway, they had Obutsudan in family room. They have a special, what do you call Janet? Niche? Yeah. Wall. They made a space so that Obutsudan fits. And according to her father, his parents used to have a kate hoakai, used to meet at his house. The members come, not every day, but I don't know what kind of schedule they had, but family Dharma gathering. So it says, really appreciated Shinran Shonin's teaching and lived their difficult lives, supporting each other based on these values. wonderful values. Peace and harmony begins at home. We talk about the world peace. You can't talk about the world peace if there is no peace and harmony within the family. You don't need to force your children to attend the service, but you yourself, I said, you meaning I, attend. Okay? If you attend and you're happy with it, they will eventually, come to recognize, hey, there's something at the temple. So I don't want you to force, your family members to come to church, but you come to church or temple and do the deep hearing and encounter Shinran Shonin and Shakyamuni Buddha. Shinran Shonin, Shakyamuni Buddha are not dead and gone. They are here whenever we put our hands together. Say, Namo Amida Butsu. Your parents are there, Shinran Shonin there, Shakyamuni Buddha there. So they all join together in the sound of Namo Amida Butsu. Okay. So I have about 15 minutes for question and answer. I know very, very hesitant to ask questions. Any questions? I'd like to give you another paper. Kaneko Sensei's. That's only for you. Then let's read Juseige, different Juseige. Sensei, I keep him busy. Two together. So we are going to read this together to finish our seminar, okay? Okay, let's read this together, okay? Juseige, affirming the 48 great vows. Okay, let's do it together. These 48 vows, great vows, which I, Dhammakara Bodhisattva, established for myself and all beings, none to be excluded, now, everywhere, in the ongoing timelessness of this present moment, affirm the reality of the infinite. Within this world of birth and death, through these vows I vow, the vow that is primal vow of life itself, until this shall be fulfilled for each one, everywhere, I will not accept the great supreme enlightenment. I will not rest as Amitabha, Amitayus, Amida, the Buddha of universal reality, the Buddha of truths of things as they are, throughout all time, in every generation of beings. If my vow does not become the source of wisdom and compassion, the cause of this great awakening in each and every one, everywhere, I will not accept the great supreme enlightenment. I will not rest as Amitabha, Amitayus, Amida, the Buddha of universal reality, the Buddha of the truths of things as they are. Upon my becoming a Buddha, my name shall resound throughout the farthest reaches of the universe. If there is even one place where my name is not being heard, I will not accept the great supreme enlightenment. I will not rest as Amitabha, Amitayus, Amida, the Buddha of universal reality, the Buddha of truths of things as they are. to attain the great supreme enlightenment, to become the Dharma teacher of gods and men, I shall, without ceasing, practice the great practice, Brahmacharya, the all-inclusive, most difficult and final practice, without the hindrance of desire, in the dhyana samadhi of contemplation, from which the purest wisdom, the immeasurably pure compassion of the workings of my vow shall flow. This great vow shall be all-penetrating, universal, a shining light of wisdom and compassion, an inconceivable light, illuminating inner darkness, enabling us to see our ignorance, our hatred, our unquenchable desires, deep, awesome true reality. But the vow's incomparable enlightenment rescues us just as we are from the heavens of self-pride, the hellish torment of the world of illusion, which we constantly create. The vow's unfading light replaces our blindness with the eyes of wisdom. It dispels the illusion of this empty world to which we cling. It transforms the realms in which we suffer and opens to us the real world of things as they are. The pure land, the realm of this extraordinary light, Amitabha, Amitayus, infinite light and life, awakens us to joy that never diminishes, the true happiness of working for the welfare of all beings everywhere, the true happiness of Buddhahood, the universe endowing of the vow, for the sake of all beings, to all, at all times, everywhere, with the light of wisdom itself, I preach the Dharma. Which my name shall convey, I offer the flowers of enlightenment to all Buddhas to be. I show my reverence to each of you. I praise each one's virtuous roots. As my vows become fulfilled, I'll be the champion of naturalness, freed from proud thoughts of I am such. At the Tathagata's eye of wisdom, penetrate evil man's self-centeredness, penetrate conditions and unconditioned equally, piercing the depths of inner darkness. I vow that the power of my wisdom will be such that I will become a true Buddha. This having become so, the cosmos will resound with the Dharma. Flowers of enlightenment, like the rain of light, will adorn all beings. Namandavs, namandavs. Is it nice? This transliteration of Juseige done by Matsumoto Shoji Sensei, Hawaii, and Ruth Tabra in 1984. You could keep this, and if you have Obutsudan, sometimes you could read this in front of the Obutsudan. Let us treasure this life. You know, this is the only time as human beings we are given a little time slit, you know. During this time, very, very rare for us to encounter the teaching of Buddha. So we are being bowed by the other side. The other side is putting their hands together, you know, and asking us to come home, the real home for us. Let's find, real home. Our life becomes the journey to go home to meet with Shinran Shonin and our parents and those people who care about us. Okay. Thank you very much for.
Somebody has a question.
Who has a question?
Online.
Online? Okay.
The question is, I understand that petitionary prayer is dualistic, but why would that not also be considered a legitimate form of provisional practice, since millions of Buddhists in history have no doubt engaged in this approach to their spiritual life? to call it a false kind of religion invalidates their sincerity.
Okay, I'm just quoting Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin said that's false, categorized as a false. Be careful. So I don't know what to say. I mean, they are sincere, I know, but at the same time, we have responsibility here. Jodo Shinshu group, we need to share our appreciation of Buddha Dharma with people in the world. Not to say, we are, great. We are the only one that sharing the true and the real. It's not we. We are recognizing something big, and I am on the same side as, petitionary prayer. Sometimes I'm doing this, begging people to do this. I'm counting on someone to do something for me, But the activity, our activities needs to be checked, reflected on under this light. Yeah. So I don't have the answer to.
He said, "Thank you."
Yeah. And somebody else just wanted to share they appreciate the translations and explanation behind our chanting.
Oh, okay. Thank you for appreciating.
That's all.
So I think the time is just right. So under Takata Sensei, please continue to deepen your appreciation of the Nembutsu teaching. It's not that Takata Sensei. Takata Sensei is here to bring something down, sharing something here. So we need to look up to whatever he is trying to bring out. Sometimes it's hard. I understand, because we live in this world to look for something that benefits me now. That is the activity of going around the circle. So we need to stop and pay attention what Shinran Shonin or Shakyamuni Buddha is saying about this life. And you have a choice of going this way or that way. It's up to you. But if you don't take this path now, you don't know when, just like a three treasures, if you don't cross whatever, I forgot the wording, but if you don't do it, when can you, find the true meaning of Tathagata, right? So hard is it to be born into human life. We are able to live now. Difficult. Even if you're living next to church, if the conditions are not ripe, you don't step in. But when I was in Denver, there was one lady. She drove 6 hours from Kansas City. She was a Christian minister and became Buddhist. 6-hour drive and coming to listen to Shinran Shonin's teaching. So it is, if you decide to, deepen your appreciation, we have to make effort. You have to make effort, not just 10 minutes. Okay, I got it. It's cultivating deep inside, and checking to see how true Shinran Shonin's teaching, validating everyday life. Shinran Shonin's teaching, how true. As we live this difficult life, I really feel Shinran Shonin had shown us the way to real home for us, home for snakes, home for chicken. We all return to the world of oneness. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to. And please thank your parents and grandparents of people behind you that have brought you here today. Okay? Thank you.
どうもありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And today we have a Hoonko service from 10 o'clock, and the speaker is Umeji Sensei, so please come back.
You come back? Okay. So at least I could see 10 people.
Okay, this concludes today's seminar. Please join me in the show. Namanda, 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 namanda. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.